안녕하세요, 터미입니다. Let's have fun learning Korean. Today's grammar is first, 으디을까 말까, shall I or shall I not, whether or not. Second, 으디을수록, as you do something. And third, 으면 으디을수록, the more, the more. After you learn today's grammar, you will be able to express some concerns such as 선배한테 고백할까 말까? Shall I confess my love to my senior or not? Once you learn today's grammar, you can understand these concerns of native speakers. Wow, that's so impressive. By studying the grammar, I'm sure you can pass topic level 4 and be a supermaster of Korean. 그럼 시작할게요. The first grammar is 으디을까 말까, shall I or shall I not, whether or not. This grammar has two meanings. The first meaning is hesitation, such as shall I or shall I not, whether or not. When it has this meaning, Korean people often use this grammar with some particular verbs expressing thoughts and concerns, such as 망설이다, to hesitate, 고민하다, to consider, 고민 중이다, to be considering, 생각하다, to think, and 생각 중이다, to be thinking. The second meaning is to express uncertainty about an amount or quantity if it reaches a certain line. When it has this meaning, Korean people use it in the form of 으디을까 말까 하다, or in the form of nouns, 이가 될까 말까 하다. It is just enough or a bit short. About the usage of 으디을까 말까, you mainly use it for verbs. For a verb which does not have a final consonant, you attach 리을까 말까 to the stem. For example, 가다, to go, does not have a final consonant. So you attach 리을까 말까 to make 갈까 말까, shall I go or not? If a verb has a final consonant, you attach 을까 말까 to the stem. For example, 먹다, to eat, has a final consonant. So you attach 을까 말까 to the stem to make 먹을까 말까, shall I eat or not? Then let's read a sample sentence for the first meaning, whether or not. 이 옷을 살까 말까 망설이는 중이에요. I'm thinking about whether I should buy these clothes or not. Here, 사다, to buy, does not have a final consonant. So you add 리을까 말까 to make 살까 말까, whether I should buy or not. You can see his hesitation through this expression, 살까 말까. Okay? Then let's look at the sample sentence for the second meaning, just enough or a bit short to express an amount. 작년에 심은 나무가 내 키를 넘을까 말까 할 정도로 자랐다. The tree I planted last year has grown up to the height which just barely exceeds my height. Here, 넘다, to exceed, has a final consonant. So you add 을까 말까 to make 넘을까 말까, barely exceeds. Then let's read a sample sentence in the form of a noun, 이가 될까 말까 하다. 강의가 시작한 지 1시간이 될까 말까 해요. It has been just 1 hour or less since the lecture started. Here, 1시간 means 1 hour. 1시간 has a final consonant. So you add 이 될까 말까 하다 to make 1시간이 될까 말까 하다. The time just barely reaches 1 hour. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 컴퓨터를 새 걸로 고민 중이에요. I'm considering whether I should replace my computer with a new one or not. Number 1, 바꿀까 말까. Number 2, 바뀔까 말까. The correct answer is Number 1. 바꾸다, to replace, does not have a final consonant. So you add 리을까 말까 to the stem to make 바꿀까 말까, whether I should replace or not. Number 2 is wrong because 바뀌다 means to be replaced, not to be replace something. And the expression of 바뀔까 말까 sounds unnatural. Then let's read it together. 컴퓨터를 새 걸로 바꿀까 말까 고민 중이에요. Please read this part at least 3 times with a hesitant mind. Then let's look at the next quiz. 간판이 너무 먼 데 있어서 겨우 할 정도야. The signboard is too far to the extent that it just barely can be seen. Number 1, 볼까 말까. Number 2, 보일까 말까. The correct answer is number 2. 보이다, to be seen, does not have a final consonant. So you add 리을까 말까 to make 보일까 말까. Just barely can be seen. Number 1 is wrong because 보다, to see, does not match the meaning. Then let's read it together. 간판이 너무 먼 데 있어서 겨우 보일까 말까 할 정도야. Please read this part with your imagination to see a signboard. Let's move on to the second grammar. 리을수록 means as you do something. You use this when you notice that one situation changes to some degree, then another situation also changes. To apply this grammar for verbs and adjectives, you attach 리을수록 to the stem. If a verb or an adjective does not have a final consonant, you attach 리을수록. For example, 가다, to go, does not have a final consonant. So you attach 리을수록 to make 갈수록, as I go. If a verb or an adjective has a final consonant, you attach 을수록. For example, 먹다, to eat, has a final consonant. So you attach 을수록 to make 먹을수록, as I eat. For nouns, you attach 일수록, regardless of a final consonant. Besides, if you attach 리을수록 to 가다, to go, to make 갈수록, you can sometimes translate it to as you go, but Korean people often use it as the meaning of gradually. That is an idiom, 갈수록 태산이다. And this means gradually you will see bigger mountains. In other words, it means something is getting worse and worse. Then, are you ready to see the changes in a situation? Let's nail this grammar. 그때 일은 생각할수록 분해. The more I think about it, the more I get angry. Oh, don't get upset. You have to calm yourself down, right? Here, 생각하다, to think, is a verb which does not have a final consonant. So you add 리을수록 to make 생각할수록, the more I think. Let's look at the next sentence. 날씨가 더울수록 건강에 각별히 주의하세요. As the weather gets hotter, please take good care of your condition. Here, 덥다, to be hot, is an adjective which has a final consonant. So you add 을수록. However, you apply 비읍 irregular rule for 덥다, right? So changes to 우 and it becomes 더울수록 as it gets hotter. Then let's look at the next sentence. 친하고 가까운 사이일수록 서로 예의를 잘 지켜야 돼. As a relationship is more intimate and closer, you should be more courteous to each other. That's so true, right? Here, 사이, relationship, is a noun. So you add 일수록 to make 사이일수록 as a relationship is more. Then let's read a sample sentence of 갈수록, which you translated as gradually. 회원 수가 처음에는 10명뿐이었는데 갈수록 늘어나고 있어요. The number of members was only 10 at first, but it gradually went up. Here, if you translate 갈수록 into as you go, the meaning of the sentence becomes the number of members went up as you go, and it sounds a little bit weird, right? In these cases, 갈수록 means gradually or more and more. Okay? Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 이 책은 새로운 지식을 얻을 수 있어요. About this book, as you read it, you can get more new knowledge. Number 1, 읽을수록. Number 2, 읽힐수록. The correct answer is number 1. 읽다, to read, has a final consonant. So you add 을수록 to the stem to make 읽을수록 as you read. Number 2 is wrong because 읽히다 means to be read and does not match the meaning. Then let's read it together as you are introducing a book to your friends. 이 책은 읽을수록 새로운 발견이 있어요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Then let's look at the next quiz. 영양 섭취에 신경을 써줘야 한다. For younger children, you should think about their nutrition more carefully. Number 1, 어린아이일수록. Number 2, 어른일수록. The correct answer is number 1. 어린아이, a younger child, is a noun. So you add 일수록 to make 어린아이일수록. Number 2 is wrong because 어른 means adult. Then let's read it together. 어린아이일수록 영양 섭취에 신경을 써줘야 한다. Please read this part at least 3 times. Let's move on to the last grammar. 으면 리을수록 is similar to 리을수록 that we just learned, but when you use the same verb or adjective repeatedly, you can express a gradual change such as the more. You can remember that they are a good team. To apply this grammar for verbs and adjectives, you attach 으면 리을수록 to the stem. If a verb or an adjective does not have a final consonant, you attach 면 리을수록. For example, 가다, to go, does not have a final consonant. So you attach 면 리을수록 to the stem to make 가면 갈수록. The more I go, the more. If a verb or an adjective has a final consonant, you attach 으면 을수록. For example, 먹다, to eat, has a final consonant. So you attach 으면 을수록 to the stem to make 먹으면 먹을수록. The more I eat, the more. For nouns, you attach 이면 일수록. Okay? Then let's read a sample sentence. 이 영화는 보면 볼수록 빠져들어요. About this movie, the more you watch it, the more you will be into it. Oh, I want to see that kind of movie. Here, 보다, to watch, does not have a final consonant. So you add 면 리을수록 to make 보면 볼수록. The more you watch it, the more. By the way, 빠져들다, to be into something, is a useful word, so please remember it. Then let's look at the next sentence. 이 꽃은 기온이 높으면 높을수록 빨리 자란대. They say this flower grows faster as the temperature is higher. Here, 높다, to be high, has a final consonant. So you add 으면 을수록 to make 높으면 높을수록. The higher, the more. Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 그 사람 이야기는 흥미가 생겨. About that person's story, the more you listen to it, the more interested you will be. Number 1, 들으면 들을수록. Number 2, 들으면 들을수록. The correct answer is number 2. Here, 듣다, to listen, has a final consonant. So you add 으면 을수록 However, you have to apply 디귿 irregular rule to 듣다, right? You didn't forget about it, did you? So you change 디귿 into real to make 들으면 들을수록. The more you listen, the more. Number 1 is wrong because there is no expression like that. So please be careful. Then let's read it together. 그 사람 이야기는 들으면 들을수록 흥미가 생겨. Please read this part at least 3 times. Then let's look at the next quiz. 사람은 계획을 면밀히 잘 짜야 돼요. The busier you are, the more detailed plan you should make. Number 1, 바빠면 바쁠수록. Number 2, 바쁘면 바쁠수록. The correct answer is number 2. 바쁘다 means to be busy, and it does not have a final consonant. So you add 면 리을수록 to make 바쁘면 바쁠수록. The busier you are, the more. By the way, is there anyone who thought number 1 was correct? 바쁘다 changes to 바빠서 when it combines with grammar like 어서. However, when it combines with as in 으면 을수록, it changes to 바쁘면 바쁠수록. Okay? Then let's read it together. 사람은 바쁠수록 계획을 면밀히 잘 짜야 돼요. Oh, I totally agree with this sentence. Please read this part as you are giving advice. Alright, it's time for your favorite homework. But before I announce the homework, I will sing a short song to cheer you up. 누가 뭐래도 우리 학생은 꽃보다 아름다워. No matter what anyone says, our students are more beautiful than flowers. Such a nice phrase, right? Yes, this is so true. This is a famous song called 사람은 꽃보다 아름다워. People are more beautiful than flowers by 안치환. I changed the lyrics a little bit, but I wanted to introduce this song because you guys are more beautiful than flowers. Anyway, come on homework! There are 2 assignments. The first one is to make 3 sentences using the grammar we learned today. For the first sentence, please use 리을까 말까, whether or not, and tell me something you are hesitating to do. For example, 지금 스태퍼를 살까 말까 고민 중이에요. Now I am thinking about whether I should buy a stair stepper or not. For the second sentence, please use 리을수록 as you do something. For example, 한국어는 많이 말할수록 느는 것 같아요. I feel that as I speak more Korean, my Korean improves more. That's so true, right? Keep practicing in Korean. For the third sentence, please use 으면 리을수록, the more, the more. And tell me something which changes gradually. For example, 한국어를 가르치면 가르칠수록 새로운 발견이 있어요. The more Korean I teach, the more new things I discover. Yes, that's why I'm teaching Korean. I'm looking forward to your imaginative sentences. The second homework is to memorize new words. Please memorize the 40 words from number 721 to number 760 on page 10 in the intermediate vocabulary list. There is a vocabulary quiz of 40 words on my website, so just fail to try it. The link is in the description box. That's it for today. You guys did a great job. High five! Yay! You guys are very diligent student. I hope you're having fun studying Korean. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요. 한국어 파이팅 파이팅 파이팅!